Ladies and gentlemen, and Team Bold, I want to ask you a very bold question today. As we get to 2024, it will be just 3 years to the next general election. When you reflect back and look at the political landscape, do you think Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is interested, number one, or up to the task to face Ruto in 2027? Do you think, and I'm using the word, do you see a Kalonzo that can face Raila Odinga? I want to read the comment section. If you think Kalonzo is up not to the task, tell me why. And if not him, then who next? And I want you to give me who apart from Raila. Don't give me the usual answer of Raila. Think around, think outside the box. Kindly, because this is going to be the gist of this analysis. Do you think Kalonzo can face William Ruto? You know, I've been a very strong supporter of Kalonzo, that he should get a candidate, that Azimio should get a candidate for the next general election, and Raila should support Kalonzo. I've been a strong supporter, so I've not changed that position. But I just want to ask you, do you believe Kalonzo has what it takes? Kindly subscribe. And before we get deep into that, allow me to still remind you about our granny's house. I'll remind you this for long, and I'll stay this up country until I ensure that we get a new roof, a new house for our granny here. The 83-year-old Hilda comes from Uyoma. The story was introduced to me by one of the members of this channel here. He has a very poor, house is really poorly done, and the roof is already leaking. I think I'm told that roof was done in 1990s, almost 30 years ago, and it's leaking. Nowadays, when it rains, the whole house becomes, it's in a poor state. It doesn't even still have toilet around that place, and I just want us to try. We are doing 100 shillings challenge, just 100, to ensure that we get a new roof for our granny. And I want to say thank you, deep down from my heart. Thank you guys. I know things are tough. I think this is the fundraiser that I've done at a very difficult moment, but I believe that we will do it. I believe it will happen. So kindly let's support and ensure that we bring this. Before I leave home, I think I'll go back to and I'll be very happy having known that I have achieved this project. There is none that I've ever held, and it has never failed. And I believe this will be done. Kindly, let's support. Tell a friend to tell a friend, members of this channel, as we celebrate the festive season. Now, why am I saying that? Someone may ask, Kevin, why are you saying that? I'm saying that because I am seeing, I look at the Azimio la Umoja. I have splashed a torch, my torch at Azimio la Umoja, and I'm seeing so many things. But Kalonzo Musyoka's political fortune, to me, continues to shrink for some few reasons. And let's look at these 4 observations. Number 1, after Raila initiated the mass action and stopped the mass action, Kalonzo Musyoka was pushed and was handed over the position to spearhead the bipartisan talks team, then produced the NADCO report. But do you believe as that NADCO was going on, Raila went back to his original self and has been so lethal on attacking, not attacking, but on exposing the Kenya Kwanza regime on a couple of scandals. He has exposed G2G, the fraud in G2G. Raila has exposed the fraud in the KCSE. That is something that also resonates with the Azimio team. And Raila has done many more dossiers. Raila as a person. In most of those press briefings, he's only been flanked by a couple of few politicians on the ODM side. I know that while this was going on, there was a divide on NADCO report, on whether we should support or not reject NADCO. I believe NADCO should be rejected, but on grounds of the cost of living. That notwithstanding the fact that the IBC reconstitution then needs a bipartisan approach. So I have seen Raila taking that front. Number 2, I have seen Raila Odinga revamping the ODM party. Yes, it's true, the ODM party is the one that has been under attack by Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza have been raiding ODM strongholds quite for so long. They have been doing a lot of activities this side. And it was so unfortunate even the other day to see David Ochieng was chased in some event back home. And, you know, although I don't fancy those incidents. So, he did Western, Nyanza, and has been trying to consolidate the ODM stronghold. There have even been a membership drive that ODM has been doing. Jubilee Party is on charm offensive, talking to the Kikuyu nation. And you can see the kind of work that Jeremiah Kioni is doing. You can see the activations in Nyandarua, Nyeri, Lamu, Laikipia, and has been trying to talk to the Kikuyu community, getting the backing of the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, to Kalonzo Musyoka, immediately the NADCO report was released, I have not seen Kalonzo Musyoka coming out in public. He has never given a position statement on that. Neither am I seeing Wiper Party running activations. And that is why I'm wondering, what is Kalonzo Musyoka up to? You know, I want to just, I know this doesn't hold any basis, but some corridor talks have been saying that Kalonzo might have had some personal fortunes at the NADCO, and through the NADCO, he might have been silenced. You will also realize that he's retreated most of his events that he's been holding. Kalonzo has been holding events in Ukambani, and especially the Kitui and Makueni. I am not seeing a charm offensive, a man that is out to go against William Ruto. I think he should be going to Central Kenya. I think he should be campaigning. If he is to be the candidate, he should, you know, Azimio cannot produce him as a candidate. He must produce himself first as the candidate. And that is what I'm asking again. Guys, do you think Kalonzo Musyoka is up to, or the son of Tsekuru is waiting for the last endorsement of the two gentlemen, Raila Odinga and Kalonzo and Uhuru Kenyatta? You can see Uhuru rebound moves. Uhuru is not supposed to be in active politics, according to what the Constitution says, even though there is a very grey line between active politics and politics. What I believe is Uhuru's involvement in active politics is vying, which he can't vie, but any other thing is allowed to do. Even despite the fact that Uhuru would face a lot of criticism by coming out in public, Uhuru is out. But the man who is supposed to be the candidate is nowhere in the picture. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask again, is Kalonzo Musyoka, I'm asking from the suburbs of Siaya County, is Kalonzo Musyoka up to the task? You know, Kenya is under serious, even Ukambani is under serious threat from Kenya Kwanza. You can see the way Kenya Kwanza have been now through Penina Malonza, have been trying to make inroads in those areas, in the Kitui and Makueni areas. You've seen serious inroads being made on those areas. But I am not seeing Kalonzo Musyoka coming out to do something. I know Kalonzo can support, Raila can support Kalonzo Musyoka. But Raila supporting Kalonzo Musyoka, that endorsement will not be easy. Will not be easy if he's not worked himself. Let's figure out this. Look at 2022. The time Uhuru Kenyatta and Gideon Moi were asking Kalonzo to support Raila. Raila just needed that. Raila just needed the last kick. You know, just that. Kalonzo just coming to fill the basket and ensure that now it's complete. Now, Kalonzo must fill his basket first. Ukweli lazima usemwe. He must come out and fill his basket first. As we get to 2024, endorsement can come. But you can only endorse a candidate who is winning. You cannot sit back and wait. And as we finish the year, I believe this podcast, someone can share this video with those who subscribe to Kalonzo Musyoka, around Kalonzo Musyoka handlers. Someone can share, I wish someone can share this video. Because I want to point out some 4 strategies that Kalonzo must pick up. Otherwise, why would Uhuru and Raila support a man who is not up to it? if Raila can still vie. You know, let's argue it. Someone has argued that Kalonzo is interested in just forming a third force. I want to tell him, Kalonzo should not think of a third force. He's actually the second force. Because if you think of a third force, then that's just a replica of 2007. Any other person thinking of a third force in this country, that person is working for William Samoei Arap Ruto. That's straight. That's the gospel truth. If you're not thinking of removing William Ruto from power in 2027, then you are working for William Samoei Arap Ruto. And Kalonzo ran the risk of being tagged a Ruto project if he thinks of coming up with a third force. The caliber of politician he is, I think he should be the force, not even the second force. Ruto should come second to him. But if he wants to come third, when you think of a third force, then you know what that means. A third force will be number 3. It belongs to the third. And number 3 shall just be a divide and rule aspect. So, before I look at these strategies, I am still reminding you, let's just contribute that 100 bob challenge. 100 bob challenge for Granny's house. Kindly, I want to buy the nails and complete the members and some peoples tomorrow, so that the fundraiser that we'll do, mention that we'll do tomorrow, that is on Friday and Saturday, will go into kubai mchanga ya kuweka and just finish up on the poles. Then on first, we just pay the fundis. We pay the fundi and then watu wa kutengeneza wall, because they have to be paid. When we finish phase 1, if God wishes and there will be willingness, we will do the plastering and nataka tumwekee choo because hana choo. Hiyo boma haina choo. So tunaweza mwekea choo kwa nyumba. Now, straight to my point. 4 things Kalonzo must do. Number 1, Raila is consolidating Western and Nyanza and Nairobi. Kalonzo must trade his guns in the coast and Meru. You know, I'm shocked. There is a story where Meru, a caucus of Meru MPs said they want to form a political friendship with Ukambani because some Rigathi Axis MPs this side have shortchanged them. That opportunity, what I was expecting is the son of Sekuru should start receiving delegations from Meru. He should be receiving delegations from the coast. Someone tells me there is a huge Kamba community in the coast. I was in the coast last year in October. I was shocked. Someone told me, Kevin, the largest delegation, the largest community in the coast here, contrary to what people think, apart from the locals here, they come second, Kamba comes second. So he should start talking to Kambas in Mombasa, in Voi, in Kilifi, in Tana River, in Kwale. Because that was their closest town. So that's number 1, something that Kalonzo must do. Go to the coast. Uhuru is trying in Central. Yes, Uhuru is doing something in Central. Raila is basing in Nyanza and Western. If Raila takes Nyanza and Western, Nairobi, Ruto has given up on it. Ruto himself is giving Nairobi to the opposition through those taxes, because all those taxes, the people they affect most are the people in towns. So the towns, the Nakuru, Nairobi, the Mombasa, Ruto is doing a lifting of taking over those voters, giving those voters the opposition by those taxes. housing levy and all that fuel, those who are affected and those who are affected even on transport are the people in those areas. Number two, if Kalonzo wants to take on Ruto, take Ruto head on. If Raila releases those dossiers, you're not part of that press briefing. You could be the person that is also calling some press briefing the other side, or is meeting some stakeholders and repeating and amplifying the opposition voices on the government ills. It is not a must. Raila might have it. You must take Ruto head on. And it's not going to speak huko and Sekuru. Come to Nairobi. Go make impromptu visit in Nairobi city. Take on Ruto head on, so that people see you as a man. You know, you can't be that you want to face Ruto and you want to face Ruto in Ukambani. No. Come to Nairobi. Go to Mombasa. If there are those protests, lead those protests, not mini protests about barabara nini. Go to central Kenya. Let's see you going after Ruto head on. And I'm so intentional. Someone telling me he doesn't have finances. If you don't have finances, then you should not vie. That's it. Because Ruto, you must have finances. If you don't have the resources, then step back, give that chance to those people who have the resources. Number three, you must choose. Kalonzo must choose the roadmap. Am I going to go Raila shadow or own path? If you're charting your own way, which I believe should be the best way, you must chart it. You must start. You must start. Let's see. I saw Raila, I saw Babu Owino, Gaucho, and a whole host of some politicians coalescing around Kalonzo at one point. I think that should be seen to be going on. That should continue, because the more that happens, is the more you will get an opportunity to understand what exactly is going on. So I do believe that it is not just a matter of poetic talk. The poetic talk about what should be done and what should not be done is not the point. The point here is about doing the right thing. So I don't want to say, and I don't want to be myopic to believe that it cannot be done. There is something that can be done. Now, number four, I'm seeing establish a rallying call. Kenyans wants to hear, what are the leaders saying? What is Raila saying about cost of living? What is Kalonzo saying about cost of living? Establish a rallying call and get an angle to it. If it is about the cost of living, so many things, fuel and all that and all this is going on. Can you pick one battle and put a rallying call? And I don't know, I'm not just a mainstream politician. I wish I was a mainstream politician. There is something you need to keep on reminding. There are 700,000 civil servants who are paying 1.5% deducted from their salaries to pay houses, to build houses that they don't need. You just need to keep on repeating that and reminding the country that. Pick one, Kalonzo, pick that. You shall have won 700 over now, even if all of them will not support you, but you shall have gotten some 500,000 civil servants who are crying. There are manufacturers who are complaining about them matching that levy. Talk to them. They are going to support your candidature if you believe that you can relieve them of that. Oh my goodness. Kalonzo must do something. I ask again, do you believe Kalonzo is going to face Ruto? Is he ready? I want to read your comment there. Thank you.